A reading from the Holy Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ according to St. Matthew. Jesus said, "Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Are grapes gathered from thorns, or figs from thistles? So every sound tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears evil fruit. A sound tree cannot bear evil fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus you will know them by their fruits. Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. On that day many will say to me, 'Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and cast out demons in your name, and do many mighty works in your name?' And then I will declare to them, 'I never knew you. Depart from me, you evildoers.' Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house upon the rock. And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house. But it did not fall, because it had been founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a fool who built his house on the sand. And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat against that house. And it fell, and great was the fall of it." Shuha la la minay. Shuha la In the Gospel today, Jesus tells us that it's very easy to look holy or to sound holy. It's very easy to look like you're close to God or to sound like you're close to God. It's hard to really be close to God. It's hard to really actually be holy. What does it mean to look holy, to appear holy, and to care about looking holy? That's what Jesus is warning us against. The people that care about looking holy to others, looking like to others they're close to God, Jesus said they're like wolves. Wolves want something from you. Wolves want to eat sheep. And so somebody who wants to sell you something, who wants to get something from you, cares about looking holy. So they'll act like sheep. So what does it mean to look holy, to appear holy? Well, what are sheep? They're cute, they're gentle, they're nice. They make cute sounds. They look fluffy. And sometimes people will make themselves look gentle and kind and sweet, but inside they want something from you. Salesmen are like that. People that sell products, it's their job, there's nothing wrong with it. But they make themselves look really nice, really gentle. They make themselves look really sweet. But it's not because they are sweet. It's because they want something from you. And sometimes people will use religion, they'll use the faith to get something from you. And they'll do that by acting so sweet, like they're the gentlest lamb. Whereas what it is to really be holy is to be like a tree that's bearing fruit. What is it to really be holy? It means to actually give somebody something that will nourish them. Trees give from their heart, they make fruits so that other people can eat. That's what it is to really follow Jesus. To do something for the benefit of somebody else. It doesn't matter how you look. You don't care if people know you're holy or not, or think of you in this way or not. It doesn't matter to you. And so trees, how do they make fruit? In such a quiet way. You can't watch a tree make a fruit. It just happens and you don't even know how it happens. They're so quiet, you don't even notice what they're doing. And yet suddenly, there's this thing that's going to feed somebody else. That's what it is to really actually be loving the way God is loving. And it's very easy to sound holy. Jesus says, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord. Oh my gosh, talking holy, you just learn a couple of words. You just learn, well, when somebody asks, how are you? Instead of saying, I'm fine, or I'm well, or I'm okay, or whatever, you say, oh, I'm blessed. Okay, that's nice. There's nothing wrong with saying that. But people think if they say that, it means they're better than everybody else who says that they're okay or good. No, these are words, they're nice words, and sometimes if you mean it, it's great. But they're words. And then, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name? That's what it is to sound holy. Oh, I can tell the future. Jesus is saying, be careful. Beware of people that think they can tell the future. That's a sign of somebody who wants to sound holy. Did we not cast out demons in your name? These are the people that Jesus is warning us about. Exorcists, they do good work. But that doesn't mean every single thing they say is perfect. And especially there's a lot of exorcists that are online, that are on TV, that say all kinds of things, and they're famous, and they're like celebrities. Jesus is saying, be careful about those people. Beware of those people. Did we not do many mighty works in your name? Big spectacles, big shows. A lot of churches will do that. They'll put on a big show. A lot of times preachers will kind of yell and scream and make a big hosa. Jesus is saying, be careful about those people. Beware of those people. Because it's easy to sound holy. All you have to do is just say the right words and condemn the right people. But those are words that has nothing to do with who you are inside. What is it to be holy? What is it to actually follow Christ? All of these things, prophecy, demons, mighty works, great words, Jesus says to them at the end, I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you evildoers. They're evildoers to Christ. If that's not what's really in their heart. If they're just putting on a big show in God's name, no, they're evildoers to Christ. What is it to do Christ's will? What is it to actually be holy? Oh, I wish it was as easy as putting on a big show or being super sweet like a sheep. That's not what it is. Everyone who hears these words and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. You know what it is to follow God? Work. Quiet little work. Day by day, you take a brick and you put it on your house. Little tiny things, nothing showy, nothing fancy, nothing that people are even going to notice. If there's another brick, I'm going to put it for my house. I'm going to build my house. Because this is what Jesus said. Every single day, a little act of obedience. You listen to your parents. You obey the commandments. You receive the sacraments. You say your prayers. These little tiny things that nobody's even going to know that you're doing. That's how you become closer to God. So brothers and sisters, this is what Jesus is putting before us. The other stuff is fun. The other stuff is big and showy and flashy. But that's not what Christ wants. He doesn't want the flashy stuff. He wants a house. And he wants us to build a house in our hearts where Jesus can live, where we can worship him, where we can love him, deep in our hearts. And that house is built brick by these little tiny daily things. And so during this Soma, that's what we try to do, so that nobody can notice that it's just us and God and the house and the temple that we're building for him in our hearts.